published.
Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my scalping strategy, and it's going to be 4 out of the numerous scalping strategies and techniques and entry models that I've developed and kind of seen, and also seen others use, and kind of showing you. So some of these, like the dev sell strategy, it's super basic. I don't like this one, but I'll tell you my 4 that are like one of my favorites, right? They're my favorites. I do have some more niche ones, more unknown ones that I won't be sharing because they're just too confusing, too nuanced, too niche, too advanced, and that's not what I'm here to do, right? I'm here to give you educational content, teach you, and show you how to be a much better trader. So the 4 strategies today I'll be going through in no particular order, but it will be dev sell strategy, and I'll tell you all the requirements, right? And I'll give you the example of how you want to do it. And then in the future, I'll be showing you live examples, right? So, and also showing and talking about my thoughts through the trade, etc. So the dev sell strategy, the 4 to 6 red candle strategy, swing low to swing high scalping strategy, and the previous all-time high break strategy, right? So before we get in, drop a follow on the Twitter, link in bio, join the Telegram. I also made a free Discord for everyone. I'm buying some tools. I'm going to have paid tools. It's going to be completely free. Join up. And if you want, subscribe. And if you need a trading platform, use link in bio, BULLX. It's amazing. But other than that, let's get into it, right? So the first strategy is the dev sell strategy. So as you know, developers of coins nowadays, they're rug artists, right? They want a quick buck, right? They'll put in $100, they'll sell for 150. They're poor, okay? So 99.9% of coins in new creations will rug instantaneously, right? So as you can see here, this is a coin that actually ran quite high. But I'm just still going to show you what the premise behind this strategy means, right? So initially, the dev buys. And usually, they see some money and they instantly sell. Like, for example, he bought $313 worth at 48 million tokens and he sold for $380. He's poor, all right? He did all the work to make $70, okay? He's broke, right? So most of these developers are going to sell. So the first requirement, very obvious, the developer has to sell for the dev sell strategy. 2, when the dev sells, the coin can do 2 things. It will instantaneously rug and die. Those you immediately do not buy. It's quite obvious and simple. The other ones go on and start going on and pushing higher, right? If it's an AI coin, do not buy if the dev rugs, right? It's common sense. If it's an AI coin, you need the developer to keep developing the AI. So if it's an AI coin, dev rugs, please do not buy. Okay, and some filters. What I use for this, you could get very specific with the new creation filters, but all I do is just have one social. Okay, I usually don't do this strategy simply because the risk to reward for my portfolio, I can't chuck in 5 Solana at 7-8K, right? I don't have copy traders. I don't want copy traders, and I'm most likely going to just get burned every time, right? So this is for the people with very low portfolios that want to quickly scale, right? But you got to be very risk effective. You need to understand the coins in and out, right? Because you will get burned on new creations very, very quickly. So for the dev sell strategy, you want to be targeting 25 to 40% gains unless it shows quick explosiveness, right? So initially right here, you get the sell off. And this is a 5-second chart. I could go down to the 1-second chart for all of you to make it even easier, right? So let me just scroll around here. So as we can see, guys, on the 1-second chart, right? So we have the initial buy, a little high form, dev sells, right? He sees some green, he's poor, he needs $70, he sells. As we can see, we instantaneously get this big green candle, okay? If you are scared to buy the red candles, you buy the first bullish green candle, and then you try and understand what's going on with the coin, right? Are we pushing up explosively, or is it kind of dying down, right? As you see here, we get a green candle. Say you buy at 8K and it's green. And then you see it at 11, 12K and it's starting to stagnate. As you can see, this big red candle, someone was doing this exact same strategy, this dev sell strategy, and he sold, okay? And it comes back down to this swing high and it comes back up again, right? So you could target this strategy 2 ways. You can buy the red and sell at the all-time high, or you buy the red and you hold the coin as long as it keeps above the all-time high, and you put your stop right here at the bottom of the swing low. So you could target it 2 ways. You could buy right here, right, and sell here for like a 20-30% gain, or you can buy right here and just hold it, right? Let me delete for you guys. So what you want to do is one of these two things. Buy here and get in and out for 20, 30%, right? Or, as I mentioned, you can buy here and then put your stop loss right below that low and then just ride it. And guess what? Maybe when it's at a 2x, you take out half of your position, right? Your initial's out. Okay? So this is a scalping strategy. This isn't my dip strategy. This is my volume strategy. These aren't any of the 10 other strategies I have that aren't even on my YouTube. Okay? This is a scalping strategy. You do need a little bit of money with this. Bare minimum, you need probably 0.1 Solana to 0.25 minimum, okay? If you have less than that, don't even bother. You're going to get rinsed, okay? You need a little bit of size because if you have 1 Solana and you get 20%, that's 0.2, right? If you have 0.1 Solana, it's 0.02. That's nothing, right? No offense. You can't really do much with that, okay? So try and build up your money first, right? If you don't have a lot of money, hey man, just figure something out. Get a job. I know it's tough, but we all started somewhere at zero. Just try and get some money together and do yourself a service and get to a Solana or so you can help yourself out, okay? So, as I said, you could buy this, sell here for 20, 30% gain, or you ride it, okay? This is a dev sell strategy. I don't personally like it simply because the risk to reward is not there because it'll probably rug most of the time. And you can implement better scalping techniques and strategies such as the all-time high break strategy, which is a little bit better risk to reward on your money, okay? So with that said, we're going to go into the all-time high break strategy. Okay, guys, so on to the all-time high break strategy. So the requirements for this scalping strategy is volume needs to be picking up, the all-time high needs to break, and you're going to be scalping the all-time high break with the stop loss below the recent swing low, right? I don't have to keep mentioning to you guys like for the requirements, right? The coin obviously has to be decent. Ideally has a social, isn't botted, sniped, insiders, bundled, etc. I'm at one point soon I'm going to stop saying all that because it's supposed to be kind of common knowledge already, okay? So for now I'm still saying it, but I'll stop repeating myself because you guys will know eventually, very soon. So all-time high break strategy. You want to be looking at it as swing highs and swing lows. So here's a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. So this right here is the current all-time high. We break it. We start consolidating. You want to be buying this kind of breakout right here. You want to buy? You want to put your stop right there under that recent swing low, okay? You want to be putting it right under that swing low and riding it. It's very similar to the dev sell strategy. That's why I mentioned it. But as you can see with the dev sell strategy, if you were to buy it here, you would get rugged pretty much, right? So you have to kind of pair them both up. That's why I'm doing them together. Dev sells with all-time high break is a decent strategy for beginners, and you guys should give it a look if you're into the new pairs, new creations, and want to be a little bit more degen on the lower caps, right? So you pair it up. So dev sells, okay, it rugs, and then as I was mentioning, you kind of have this break above this all-time high. So on this candle, you should be buying, and your stop loss should be right there, okay? So you're buying approximately 11K, 11-ish, and your stop loss is 8.5K. You're only risking 20, 30%, guys, okay? And if it goes down past here when it breaks the all-time high, it's going to zero anyways, okay? You're saving yourself the money. But as you see here, you buy, and it expands, right? And then let's just keep going. Because everyone's gonna be like, oh, Chris cherry picked coins, right? Well, let's see it again. So here now is the current all-time high, right? We come down, blah 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 blah. We come up, we break. Guess what? Your stop's right here. Your stop loss should be right there, or at least your mental stop loss should be right there. Like, hey, if it goes down here, I'm out. You buy it right here at 49K. The lowest it goes is 47. Guess what? It goes straight up and keeps going straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Right? Same thing here. Let's look right here. You have the all-time high right here yet again. Guess what? We consolidate, start pushing. We break it right here, right? We break right there. You get in at 75K. Your stop, 62K. And guess what? You're in there like swimwear. And look, keeps going. And you could keep implementing this strategy because this is a scalping strategy. So you could go with this specific strategy two ways. Similar to dev sells, like I mentioned. You could do quick 20, 30, 40, 50% profits and compound your growth really quickly. Or you can get in and ride the wave until it kicks you out in profit, right? So what you want to be doing is when you get this, say you're in here, your stop's here and it's pumping, you move your stop to right here mentally, all right? Keep it here physically, but mentally keep it here. So if you see a pullback and it starts nearing to this area, you can get out because you're scalping. You're not holding this as a conviction narrative play. This is a scalp play, okay? But as you can see here, yet again, all-time high, consolidates a little, pumps up again. Look, you buy right here. And this is a perfect example because it shows you the power of the stop loss. Look, you put the stop loss right there. You buy this right here and it goes to 220. That's about 30%. So say what? You got greedy. You didn't sell. Guess what? It comes all the way back down. But guess what? You're safe because you followed the strategy. You followed structure and you didn't get stopped out. And guess what? It keeps going higher and keeps doing its thing, right? And that's what you got to do, but you got to zoom out a little bit. Sometimes you got to get off the 1 second chart and go into the 5 second, 15 second, etc. Because the strategies all apply correctly on every single time frame. It's just how you look at it. The bigger the time frame, the less the candles are. So it could get less distracting for you. Okay? So that's the all-time high break strategy. This one is a little bit better than the Dev Sells one. I personally would choose the all-time high break as opposed to Dev Sells. Simply because the Dev Sells is too much in the hands of other people. Right? Meanwhile, all-time high break is already showing you, hey, people are buying it still. They don't care. We want it higher. Okay? So you just ride the wave. You join and ride the wave. So that's a good strategy. And then what I'm going to give you now is the 4 to 6 candles, the 4 to 6 red candles scalping strategy. And I have not given this out to anyone. So let's look at this, right? So as we can see on the 15-minute chart, we have this initial pump up, right? And we don't have a pullback yet. And as we can see, we have a little pullbacks, but we want to get into the chart deeper on a smaller time frame. Okay, so you zoom down a little bit. And here we have the all-time high at about 2.5 million, my psychology zone that I've told you guys about. And it pulls back a little bit, right? And it comes back, stagnating again, pulls back. And so what you want is quick volume off a dip. So this is going to be kind of more high market cap stuff, a couple 100K to millions market cap for scalping. This is still a scalping strategy. Okay? So you wait for the dips and you see how volume reacts. So you see the first candle. That's good, but what you want to be seeing is how does the next candle react? So you keep going down in time frames. So as you can see on the big time frame, the 5 minute, it does nothing. It consolidates and goes lower. So when you see this, right, you go down. So you have 4 candles here. This is my 4 to 6 candle scalping strategy. 4 to 6 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 red candles. You go down in another time frame. Okay? So here we have, let's go from the top. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a swing. So that's 4 candles. We got to swing higher. Right? So you could scalp this. I wouldn't recommend. I always want a deeper pullback for the quick bounce. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So this one's 7. It's a little bit out of my normal kind of filter I go for with my scalping strategy. 4 to 6 red candles. This one's 7. And we get this quick dump. And look at this candle. We kind of bounce back at this 500K psychological zone. So yet again, you go lower, right? You go lower and you keep finding where we consolidate and start to turn. Okay, so for example, when we were on the high time frame, we had 3 to 4 candles here. So as you can see here, we have red, 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 red. That's 4 red candles, 1 green. 2 red candles, 2 green. 1 red candle, and then as you see, 1 green, 2 green, 3 green. You should be buying about here. Okay, so when the green candles start being more numerous in frequency than the red candles, that's when you want to be buying. Because yes, the premise buy red, sell green is true. However, we're on the 5 minute very bearish, right? In terms of we're in a little pullback, right? So we're red candles at 5 minutes and 3 minutes, but on the 1 minute, we're starting to turn green in here. So you could take a buy right here at 1.4 million and you could start getting out at here. Right? 2 million. And yeah, that isn't crazy. You only made a 30% profit, but it's 1.45 million market cap. You could put in 5 Solana, 10 Solana, however much Solana you have, and scalp that for 30%, make 3-4 Solana. That's $1,000, you know, just like that. So that is one of them. But if I were you, you could scalp this, but what you want to wait for is another deeper pullback, because this specific pullback isn't what we look for, right? As I've taught you guys, this isn't really the pullback we look for. It's 55%. But it didn't go into a zone. Don't blindly buy a dip because it's 48 to 62%. You want it to go into a zone. So like right here, look where it went to. 600K, and is kind of meandering about that 500K psychological level, right? We had a quick, explosive sell-off from here to here, right? 78%, okay? So once again, you go down and you count the candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4 to 6 candles, that's when it'll start to turn around. Is it guaranteed it'll go all the way up here? No, but it's scalping. This is a scalping strategy. Okay, think about it. If you have 5 consecutive 1 minute candles of people selling, there's got to be someone at the other end to buy it a little bit, right? Unless it's a rug, they won't buy it. But you're buying coins that are in the millions of market cap, right? This works on 100 million market cap coins. You can still scalp 100 million market cap coins. It's just going to take you a longer time, right? These coins you could do in 5 minutes. That coin, it could take you an hour, 3 hours. But the same premise applies. So here, as you can see, we count the candles. We're still breaking lower, right? Look at this, right? This is the swing low right here. Swing high, right? This is the swing high where we rejected. This is the first all-time high. We dump. We come back. Where do we start rejecting? Off the initial all-time high level, right? Then we pull back. Guess what? We break this, right? So right here, when we're breaking a swing low, we're going lower. People are going to panic and sell. So that's when you get a lot of bigger red candles, and they're more consecutive and more frequent. And that's when you want to be identifying your snipe, right? You want to snipe the bottom. So as I mentioned, 4 to 6 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And you're not going to perfectly get the bottom. It's okay. But as I said, you want to be looking at the candles and the bodies. So see how we close this right here, and then this one comes back up, and this one comes back up. Okay? You could see how we're forming a semicircle. You want to be looking at it as a semicircle. So as right here, we have a little semicircle. Right here, we have a little semicircle. Right here, we have a semicircle. Right here, we have a semicircle, right? So guess what? You want to be buying the semicircles to really dumb it down to you, right? And this is very similar to the swing low and swing high strategy I'm going to tell you guys about. Okay? So you want to buy the swing lows and sell the swing highs. And guess what? You can see the swing high gets formed, right? Because I'm going to show it to you like this so you can't see the right side. So you can see we have green, 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 red. Okay, that's fine. You're still holding this. You're still holding this red. Comes up green. You're still holding green, red, red. See how this is kind of a swing low forming now, right? On a very minuscule time level, 1 second, 15 second, 5 second, this will be a swing low. And you can see we're breaking. So you'd be getting out right here at 1.7 million. Say you got in at, let's say you missed it a little bit. Let's say, because I know some people are like, oh, you're not going to get it perfectly at 600K. You're right, you won't. Let's say you got it at 900K and you sell at 1.7. You still got 70% on the scalp in a couple minutes. Okay? So that's the strategy, and you're looking for it on a high time frame first, right? 5 minute, 3 minute. It's got to be in the million of market cap for it to be a 5 minute, right? If it's a lower market cap, say 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K, you want to be looking at it on lower time frames. But I was just looking on the 5 minutes, so you can see 1, 2, 3, nothing really there, right? Can I go lower and identify 4 to 6 red candles? Absolutely. Doesn't align with how I trade. Here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to be getting in here. So as I was saying, guys, you want to be going from a high time frame to a lower time frame. So if you see these 3 red candles going down, that's not the 4 to 6 red candles as I mentioned, right? But what you can do is keep going down until you find that. And you keep going down. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right here, when you get to the 4th, once it gets to the 4th red candle on the time frame, then you go down and you identify when that swing's forming, right? So you would have done those 4 red candles, you would have been gone to here, and then right here, you see the swing forming. This is when you buy the initial time. So you would buy here, sell here, as I mentioned, and then likewise, same thing here. When you see the pattern kind of switch from red to green, as you can see, right? Red, 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 green, red, 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 green, green, red, green, 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 green. That's when you start buying. Same thing here, red, 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 green, red, 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 green, green, green. This is when you start buying. And that's how this strategy works in terms of scalping. And you can get great progress on your portfolio in this, and you don't have to complicate it. That's literally how easy it can be. You don't have to be on 10K market cap coins, 100K market cap coins. That's just going to kill you, okay? So please, that's all you got to do is high time frame, 4 to 6 red candles, keep going down until you specify it to such a small amount of time frame that it's super easy to identify the change in structure and trend. Okay, so to the last one. Swing low to swing high scalping. Requirements: high volume, clear, very clear, crystal clear market structure. There cannot be any erratic selling and buying. It can't be super crazy. And lastly, the psychology zones and dip levels that I've established in previous videos have to be respected and followed, right? So you obviously want to start in a higher time frame. Obviously, for example, that price action right there wouldn't have been happening, right? So imagine we're like this, right? So as you can see, the 30-minute is not that clear. So what you want to go is keep going down. And I'm gonna keep moving that over so you can see what we're looking at. So imagine we're right here. This is the all-time high, right? Because everyone's gonna say it's hindsight. So let's do it together. So here we have a high, right? Here we have a, oops, sorry, my marker. So here we have low, high, high, correct? So now we're identifying where's the next swings. So we keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. All right, so here's a high, a low, and here's a high, right? So here's the low formed. Why are you not buying this? Well, let's identify, right? Or why can you buy this? So you go, oops, sorry, apologies. So you go one time frame lower. Now we're on the 5-minute. As you can see, you have this one big green candle, and there's not much more to do. So right here, you could go down once more. So you go to the 3-minute. And on the 3-minute, as you can see, you'd be identifying this green candle and see this, and there's not much here. So you got to keep going lower, right? Could you scalp this? Yes. But the thing is, you have to ask yourself is there a zone that we are in right now? And the answer is no, right? Because if you pull it back, there's no psychology zone here. Right, we hit about 22 million, and yeah, we are pulling to 10, which is a psychology zone. But the issue is the pullback isn't as deep enough, right? Because we went from 22 million to about 10 million. And yes, that's about a 50% pullback. But for scalping, for the swing to low high scalping, you want to be targeting, I'll write it down, approximately 65% to 80 to 75% dips. Okay, that's what you want to be targeting. Those are the best dips for this strategy. Okay, so that's another rule. All right, so from here to here, if you're looking here, we're at 55%. That doesn't align with us. And why does this not work? Simply because we didn't get enough of a retrace off the high. Okay, if we're super bullish, then the retrace would be something like this. It would be 30 to 40%, and it would go higher. But the fact that it's at about 50%, and it's kind of chopping around here, and not only that, it didn't go high, that means we're going to get another pullback because people are going to take profits. Because you got to think about it. If people miss the high, for example, they were trying to sell, but they missed it, and they start selling here, some people will start buying here. But guess what? The second it starts going up, all these people that missed will start instantly selling right here to get rid of it, right? Because they know we're going to go down. So they're all going to keep shoving the sells down the throat of the buyers, and it's going to go lower. And then guess what? It pulls back a little bit more, 65%, and that's when you get a different psychological zone, 7.5 million, right here, 7.54, as you can see. And the buyers start stepping in. And as you can see, we start forming a base, right? So you have this low right here, this high. Then what? We have a low, 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 high, low, right? So you could do three things in this scenario. You could be buying this breakout right here, the all-time high scalping breakout right there on that line. You could be buying right here, stop right there, as I mentioned, right? That's one thing you could do. The second thing you could do is wait for the breakout and come back and retest this swing. And your stop's right here, and you're buying these red candles right in this zone, okay? So you could do one of those two things. And the thing is, and the beauty is, you can keep zooming into the time frames. For example, we're on the 3-minute. Let's go down to the 1-minute, okay? And yes, you could go down to the 1 second if you like, all right? So let's see. All right, guys, so as we see on the 1-minute, we zoomed in, right? Let's clean it up. We zoomed in. So we have these lows, these highs, and this is once you're already in the zone and we have the correct 65 to 75% dip, etc. All right, guys? That's when you start looking deep into the structure and identifying the trend. So as you can see, low, high, low, right? High, low. So there's no real breakout here. Guess what? We have a strong push here, right? This is higher than this. This high is higher than this. So we are in a good zone. The pullback is correct and appropriate. The coin is good. Everything applies to this scenario. So what you want to be doing is buying these red candles right here, right? And so the beauty is, look, right? Just as I mentioned, 4 to 6 red candles. You can incorporate all of these strategies into one. That's how great this is. And yes, it is more than this many candles, which is even better. Because remember how I said, once you get to 4 to 6 red candles, you zoom in into a lower time frame, right? You want to be picture perfect. There's a reason I sent some screenshots and some coins in the Telegram a couple days ago or a week ago, and I literally got the very tick and bottom of the coin. It's because I keep zooming in and zooming in and zooming in until there's no more to zoom in. All right? So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 10 red candles. So guess what? At this level, probably 4, 5, 6, guess what? We go down again. All right? So we're right here, right? And we're watching. And we're going down, then we go up. And you keep doing the same thing, guys. Look, low, high, low, and we start breaking. So you buy right here. And guess what, guys? I'm going to draw a line right here. We're going to buy at 10 million, correct? According to the strategy, we're going to buy at 10 million. And now let's zoom out and look how good of an entry you got on this play. So here on the 32nd, we identified this is where we're going to be entering, right? At about 9.8 million. So let's draw this line and identify exactly where we're buying. And look, we're going to ignore all this price action to the right side, guys, because that's the coin before. So this is what we're looking at. So we're saying right here we're going to buy at 9.78 million. Look where it went. Right up here into about 15.8 million. So that right there is about a 55 to 60% scalp right off that zone. And how is it that Chris or you guys were able to get this perfect entry off the lows in the zone? Well, it's because you keep zooming in. You want to keep zooming in. And this applies to a lot of coins on all time frames, but primarily the zooming in part from high time frame to low time frame is at least a couple million market cap, okay? You can do this on very low, 1 million, 2 million, but this excels a couple million and higher, 5 million and higher, this strategy excels. And as you can see, it works very well, 50, 60% right here, right? And you got the very bottom, the very bottom 7 million, you got 9.7 with no risk. You had no chance of losing any money. Absolutely none. All right? And I'm going to give you a little tip here too. How would you know to start selling here? Well, first off, you could do the same thing here. You could actually go lower and lower and lower and do the exact opposite. So how we broke out this way, you could do how we broke out to the downside and get out. And secondly, here's the swing high. Here's the swing low, right? Of the all-time high. Look how we kind of stopped right there at the bottom of it. See? This is a swing high, swing low, swing high. So this area, this high, is going to act as an area of congestion. So right here, let's draw a rectangle. This is the area that's going to show some congestion. And that's exactly where we stopped and showed weakness. All right? So right here, when you're buying, that's how you know to take profit, is when you see potential areas of previous resistance. So this was a high we broke out of, and then we broke below, and we rejected right here. So that's how you know to sell there. But if you don't want to do that, do what I just showed you right here, okay? And we're going to do that together right now so you know the exact opposite of when to get out. So just like I taught you right here to get in using these techniques, I'm going to show you right here how to get out, all right? So we go back into the lower time frames. So for example, when you're into the trade, my best recommendation is go back out, zoom out, all right? Because if you're on a 1 minute chart and you see some red, you're going to get very scared, and the coin or whatever you've done is right. But you get scared and you're going to just get out and you're going to miss profits, all right? So what you want to do is get in here, like I said, right about here, right? And zoom out. Go back to the 5 minute, whatever the time frame is that you first started on, all right? And then as you see kind of green candles keep going and it starts stagnating, like you see how this one candle stagnated, that's still fine. Then you see another candle stagnate and another. Okay, that means you have to go in, zoom in, and investigate. So you'd go into the 1 minute time frame. All right? So you'd go into the 1 minute time frame right here. And look what's happening. So we start getting this sell-off, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. So what do I say about 5 candles, right? Usually it's going to come back 99% of the time. It's human psychology, guys. If you see 5 to 6 big red candles, you're going to buy that because you're like, oh, it's a deep discount. And look what happened. It got bought up, deep discount, and you're going to be observing what happens here. Just like I said, remember, all-time high break. All of these strategies go in together, all right? So you're already in the trade, sits about here. So you're seeing what's going to happen right here. Are we going to go blow past it, right? Are we going to see it blow past it, or is it going to struggle here, right? And then all you're looking at is the swing high. So we have this initial high, then we have this low, right? And then we got bought up because of the psychology of 4, 5, 6 red candles. Okay, and if you want, you could zoom in here on the 15-second chart, 5-second chart, 1-second chart, and do the same thing and enter here and scalp here. That's not what you should be doing. That's just not worth your time. That's a 20-30% scalp. You can still do that though. But that's what I'm trying to say. This strategy is fractal. All these strategies that I've showed you, for the most part, are fractal, meaning there's models inside of models. You could do it on a 1-hour chart on a 200 million coin, 200 million market cap coin. You could do it on a 15-minute, 15 million market cap coin. You could do it on this, on the 5-minute, 1-minute, etc. Right? Sub-million, it gets tougher, trickier. Please don't do this strategy, particularly the swing high, swing low scalping. All right? But as you can see, we form this high again, we reject. Then we have this low, high, and we break. Right here we break. So this is where you get out. On these candles right here, you're getting out. You're selling everything you own if you weren't taking profits on the way up and right here, right? If you weren't taking profits in these areas, you're getting up right there. All right? And then that, let's assume you got an average sell of 15 million, right? Because you were selling here, you sold a little bit here, sold a little bit here, here. Let's say 15 million, right? As we saw, your entry was about 9.7. So that's 50 and some change %. So what does that mean? You can do this 5, 10 times a day, 20 times a day, guys. Rinse and repeat it. It's a very simple strategy. Imagine you have 1 Solana and did it with 1 Solana. 1 Solana here, you sell here, that's 0.5 per trade. Do it 5 times, that's 7.5 Solana. That's, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 a day. That's how easy it is, guys. Just don't overcomplicate it. This scalping strategy is one of my favorites. This is what I use predominantly. This is what you should be using if I were you. Simply because it's super easy, it's super intuitive. As long as the coin's good and it's hit a really high market cap, that in of itself is good, right? They've done all your due diligence and research for you. Then you're just finding the dips, zooming in from high time frame to very low time frame after it's gotten that 65 to 75% dip, and you're identifying where it breaks out on the super low time frame, so you get that really clean early entry, and then you instantly zoom back out so you don't get scared. All right? Because if you stay on the 15-second time frame, you see red, you're going to get out, you're going to get scared. But if you zoom back out to the 5-minute, right? Say we bought right here and we're up, and then a little pullback and we're up again. We're not scared of that. We're just going to ride it. But if you're on the 15-second, you're in this candle right here, and it goes down 2 million from roughly 12 to 10, or 10 and a half, you'll be scared and you'll get out and you won't make money. All right, so that's my recommendation. Zoom out. Okay, and then when to take profit, you do the same exact thing as how you got in. Most of my strategies are reversible. You could do the exact opposite. How you got in is how you should get out. Okay, so how you got in, zooming in here and finding the break, you do the same thing here as I showed you. Zoom in, find the break, get out, take your money, leave. All right, so this concludes the strategy portion of my video, the 4 strategies. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was really good in terms of what I use and what I recommend beginners and everyone in general to use on high market cap plays if they want to increase their portfolio. So this next segment of the video is going to be a quick 5-10 minute psychology session. I encourage you guys to listen and watch this more than the scalping part. All right, because strategies can't do anything if you're mentally not there and you're scared, etc. So my screen's pretty much not going to be doing anything I'm not going to touch. It's just listen. So you could put your phone down or whatever, just close your eyes. But basically, I just wanted to say, guys, you cannot be scared, right? When you're seeing these red candles, you have to understand everyone is selling, no one is buying, right? So wait, don't instantly buy them, but wait for there to be a small stoppage in price. Let it stagnate, let it find a floor. Once it finds that floor, Go in, zoom in, and identify if the change in structure is breaking to the upside. If it is, get in. And then, as I said, zoom out, because your psychology is the most important tool you have in your arsenal. If you are psychologically weak, you will lose all your money. Okay? Because I control my mouse, you control your mouse. We can have the same exact strategy. How you enter, how you get in, how you get out, how long you hold for is the difference between me and you, right? And that's all mental. Because I can get scared of some red and get out, you can get scared of some red, or we don't, or I do, or you do. It doesn't matter, right? We control the trade. So having a direct strategy listed in your papers or your notes and following it to a T is what will make you succeed portfolio-wise. And a little bit of personal psychology. Guys, I'm getting lots of DMs about individuals saying, Chris, tell me this strategy, tell me this. The strategy won't do anything for you. It's you. If you can't do the discipline to change your life, to help your family, to help yourself, to get what you want, what you deserve, I can't help you. I can't do that for you. You have to want it in yourself. The people that make money in this game aren't better than you or me or anyone. They just want it more, okay? The quality of their work is better. And I'm going to give each and every one of you some homework that you're required to do every single day. And if you don't do it, I'll ask in the Telegram or the Discord, etc. I'll ask, hey guys, show me your notes. And I'm going to see who shows me pictures and screenshots of the notes and who doesn't. Okay? So your homework is every day of the trades you take a screenshot of your buys and sells and jot down why you bought, why you sold, what day it was, and what time it was. Okay? And you'll eventually start seeing a pattern. Are they AI coins? Am I losing money on AI coins? Am I losing money on animal coins? Is it a Monday? Is it a Sunday? Is it 2 a.m.? Is it 2 p.m.? Right? Start jotting this down. I told everyone in the Discord, little voice chat we did session for 2 hours yesterday, to do that. And some of them chuckled. No, I'm serious. I do that. And it works. Okay? If you want it, you'll do anything in your power and your will to make it happen. So make it happen. That's my answer to you. That's my question. How bad do you want it? You know? Do you want to keep coming to the charts, gambling and losing money? Is that fun? If that's fun for you, please go ahead. But honestly, if that's fun for you, just DM me. I'll send you my wallet address. Give me the money instead. It'll go to a better cause. You know? Instead of giving it to the chart, give it to me. You know, I'll make better use of it. All right? So if you're taking this for serious, which every single one of you I hope are, because you're watching this video, you want to get better, then please lock in. Take advantage of the free resources I'm giving you. I have a free Discord, free Telegram. I'm actually buying some tools for you guys for the Discord, right? There's people out there that are charging $150, $200 for tools for the Discords. I'm giving it away for free. I don't care. I don't need your money, guys, okay? All I want is for you guys to succeed. I'm giving you resources that I didn't have when I started in March. That's all I want. So all I ask in return is for discipline and for you to work hard. If you're not going to be disciplined and work hard, please unsubscribe, all right? I don't care about the subscribers. I care about the content and helping people. I get lots of DMs of some people changing their lives already. I've started doing videos 3 weeks ago. I could count. I can't even count on my head. I believe 4 people told me they've turned $1,000 into 10, 20, 30, 50K in 3 weeks, guys. That could be you. That could be you. Why don't you make it be you? That can't happen if you're just laying in bed saying, oh, this is a cool cat, let me just buy it. No, that's not going to happen. All right? These guys came in there with $1,000. Yes, maybe you don't have 1,000. That's okay. That's completely fine. You don't need to make 50 grand, all right? What you need to do is get better every day. This is a video game. Think of it as a video game. This is not money. This is paper. Every single day you wake up, you want to go to sleep with a higher number in the video game and aim for that. For example, in video games, you have a favorite gun. You have a favorite sports player you play with. You have a favorite strategy. Well, this is a video game. Pick your favorite strategy that you're very good with and keep running up high scores every single day. That's all you need, okay? Just because I have 20, 25 strategies, that doesn't mean I use all of them. It depends what kind of day it is. If it's a slow day, I use 3 strategies. If it's a fast day, I use a different 4 strategies. If it's a medium day or I'm not seeing stuff, I use different strategies, or I don't trade at all, okay? Just because I have multitude of strategies does not mean you guys need multitude of strategies. All you need is one strategy that's your bread and butter setup that you can make some good money with. Okay? And I just want to tell you guys, please do not look at any other person's success. Please do not compare yourself. Envision yourself where you want to be, how you want to be performing. I want you to wake up every day, come into the charts and the coins on your computer or on your phone and say, today, I'm going to milk this market for everything they have. I'm going to make a killing today. And that's what you got to go for. And a killing to you may be different for a killing to me or someone else. And that's okay. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're doing this for yourself, maybe your family, maybe your church, maybe your community, whoever, right? You're doing that for them and yourself. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for anyone. So you owe it to yourself, don't you? Don't you deserve it? Ask yourself that in the mirror. All right, guys. I appreciate this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, if you need a trading platform, BULLX, link is in bio. Free community, Telegram, link in bio, as well as the free Discord and my Twitter if you want to follow. Anyways, free tools in the Discord, so go abuse them, use them, free resources. So I appreciate all of you. Best of luck. I love all of you for all the support. It means a lot. And peace. I'll see you soon. Live trading coming up soon, by the way.